What is going on, guys? It's your boy Matty Ice, and today I've got a pretty sweet gameplay for you on the map Resistance. And in this gameplay, I wanted to start the very first of my series on MOAB analysis. So basically what I'm going to be doing in this series is I'm going to be dissecting MOABs. And you guys can probably send MOABs in, maybe in the future, but for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dissect my own gameplay, and I'm going to pause at certain points where I feel I made a crucial decision in getting the MOAB. So obviously when you get a MOAB, you really need to play smart the entire time. And sometimes you'll get lucky, but a lot of it's based on the decisions that you make. And so I'm going to explain some of my decisions in this gameplay, and I'm hoping you guys can learn from them. So to start off on Resistance, what I like to do is I like to control this ledge area right here, because you really have a good vantage point on your enemies, and they don't really have any good lines of sight on you. Now, I noticed early on in this game that the enemies are just charging me like crazy, so what I do is I kind of sit back and I let them come to me. Now, you have to learn to recognize when to let the enemies come to you and when you have to rush. And in this situation, I noticed that the enemies were all just running right at me, so I decided to sit back behind this ledge for a little bit. My ultimate goal, though, is to get into their spawn by the C flag, and that way I can pick them off pretty easily. But the thing is, they just keep rushing me, so that there is no need for me to push forward right now. So I stay behind this ledge, and eventually I will push forward, but I'm looking for one of my teammates to push forward first. That way, if the teammate gets killed, then I can always back up. But a lot of the time, if you're the very first one into a gunfight, like if you rush out into an open area first, you'll get killed. Now, I pause here because I want to discuss this. I don't like to stay at this position for too long because, there's snipers on the other side. So you'll notice I pretty much instantly get the hell out of there because, I'm on a MOAB streak and I really don't want to die. So as I was saying earlier, my teammates push up here, so I decide to push up as well. Now, I notice both my teammates die, and I'm in an unfavorable gunfight right there, so I decide to back up and let my health regenerate. So here, I take a much better route, in my opinion. I know they're spawning closer to the B flag, so I know that this area is going to be a bit safer than by going through the gate at B. So here I decide to make a run for it, and I push up, and I'm able to pick this kid off, and soon, as you can see right here, I move into my ideal position, which is this balcony up here. I actually didn't see that guy during the game, who I killed right now, but right now I hear a lot of enemy footsteps around me, so I decide to, just crouch down so I can't be seen, and listen for footsteps. A headset is very important in getting a MOAB, although you can definitely get a MOAB without a headset. So here I'm damaged, so I don't really want to run out, so I kind of head glitch there. And so this balcony area, this is probably the best area to control on Resistance, because they can basically only see your head, and for the most part you can see a lot of their body. Now, see, I'm just doing work on this balcony, and you'll notice they keep spawning in between C and B, and that's the idea. Obviously, if they held only at A flag, then I wouldn't want to be on this balcony. But they hold C and B, so they're spawning in ideal locations for me to pick them off from the balcony. Now, as you can see, my team is down 45 to 96, and, obviously we want to win the game, but I'm on a pretty good streak as of now. I'm on, maybe a 15 or 16 gun streak, and I would hop on a flag, it's just I don't want to risk getting killed if you off my MOAB. As I don't get MOABs all the time. I get, maybe one MOAB every maybe 3 hours of gaming, probably on average. So, it is kind of nice to get the MOAB. So, what I want to do is I want to get my MOAB as fast as possible, and then I do, then I'll hop on the flags. But I want to pause here, because I get into a gunfight with a guy on the left, and the gunfight goes very badly for me, so I get out of there. So this is a very smart move on my part. I think once I start shooting this guy, a sniper joins in as well. As you can see here, he throws a grenade. I'm kind of injured, so I just decide to get out of there because that's not a very favorable gunfight. And it's moves like that, when you learn to add those kind of moves to your game, knowing what gunfights to engage in and when to, get out of the gunfights. That's what's going to make you a better player. Not rushing into spawns like a complete idiot. That might work for some people, but for most of us, you basically have to learn to play smart and be patient. So here, I know I'm really, really close to my MOAB, so I see this guy on the radar, and I'm able to pick him off and get the MOAB. Now, this MOAB would not have been possible if I had just ran into their spawn. You remember that point where I was, kind of, I guess, camping, if you will, at the ledge in the garden area in the middle of the map. I could have rushed forward and tried to, pick a couple people off near their spawn at B. Although, that would have been kind of risky, and it could easily have gotten me killed. But, patience, it's a virtue, and if you can have a little bit of patience in this game, you'll definitely be successful. And, if you ever have trouble getting MOABs, just try slowing your game down and just playing fundamental Call of Duty, just, focusing on where their spawn is at, and try to use some of the locations I suggested in this game. The balcony over C is a great spot. The ledge in the garden where I'm at right now, this is also a fantastic spot. But if you guys enjoyed the gameplay, please do leave a like rating. That'll let me know that you guys like the series, and I'll definitely do another one in the next week or so. But once again, please like the video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe or favorite the video. And so yeah, I hope you guys gained something out of this video. Once again, just to summarize, on Resistance, it's really best to control the C balcony and the ledge in the garden. Those are two very powerful positions. And when you're going for MOABs, don't be afraid to have a little bit of patience, and just play very smartly. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Give it a like if you want to see more. Peace.